It's the power of Jayskull. Breaking news.
It is. Hey guys, we are here with some breaking news yet again. Literally less than 10 minutes ago, Jason dropped some more news on me going, we need to talk about this ASAP. I couldn't agree more. Jace, what have you got for us tonight?
So this popped up on the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Facebook group. Boy, I really slurred my words there. I promise you I'm sober. But we now have our official first look at Teela. Now, the costume is different. I would not call this cartoon accurate.
No.
But I like
wearing
this.
pants for a start.
You know what, though? It's functional, and it makes sense.
Well,
and it retains enough of the cartoon costume so that I can go, oh, yeah, that's Teela right there. It's not a dramatic departure. It's not like a 1988 departure.
No, it's actually very reminiscent of the figure. If you look at her chest plate, how it's kind of got those ripples there, kind of reminds you of that headpiece that you would get with the first Gen Teela when she was like two characters in a way back then, wasn't she? She was normal warrior Teela, then she was the one who gave He-Man all his weapons. This is based on the little mini books, wasn't it? That's how they.
And she's got the Teela collar too. So there's a better picture of it, but of course StreamYard does not upload every single picture you want it to, so that one apparently didn't upload, which is very disappointing.
Well, that's fine. Like, as we talk along, I'm sure we'll be able to find that other picture because I'm pretty sure I've got that here too.
Yeah, I've got it on my phone, but I don't want to.
Here we go. I'm just going to load this one because I love
load it up, my friend. Load it up. There we go.
Is this the one you're talking about?
Yes, it's the collar from the TV show.
It is.
Yeah,
it 100% is.
She doesn't have
Shout
the
out
boob
to
cups.
Our boy Nicholas in the background, clearly in full Adam mode.
Yes. So apparently it is not Orko who comes after Adam on Earth, or who makes contact with Adam on Earth. It is Teela, which makes sense, I guess. But of course, that makes me wonder.
We have no evidence that Orko isn't there as well. We don't know that yet.
So. It makes me wonder, though. Does Teela know who Adam really is at this point? Because why would she be going to Earth if there was some, unless it's like guard duty or something? However, in this same set of pictures, we've got the power sword. He's got the power sword out there. That's of course Nicholas with his stunt double, I'm assuming. Looks like Owen Wilson
yet again, just like they're practicing Adam being Adam.
Yeah,
like, I get the feeling Adam in this movie isn't exactly the brightest spark.
Probably not, but he does have the power sword, and apparently all of this was shot on the same day. So I'm just kind of wondering if there is something going on. Looks like a wedding photo where there's something going on where Teela knows who Adam is. I don't know. It is a mystery
with this film that they all do at this point. I think it gets discovered when he is pushed to Earth. So I figure, by this point the gig is up, kind of thing.
And it should be. It should be. I mean, the secret identity was kind of fine, but if you really think about it, there's really no reason to have a secret identity sometimes. It's like, well, what if Skeletor comes after my family? Skeletor comes after your family every week, Adam.
Yeah.
I think that She-Ra and the Princesses of Power had it right. You know, don't do a secret identity. Everybody knows Adora is She-Ra and She-Ra is Adora. Yeah. What are you gonna do? Yeah.
I
know He-Man is Prince Adam. What the hell am I going to do with that? Oh my God! I kidnapped Prince Adam last week. He could have killed me.
I think it was probably a period where he was, but now that he'd been, well, we don't know whether he was transported to Earth as a child or as a young adult. We don't know if they transported him because he was He-Man Skeletor, or Skeletor did it is like, your kid's annoying, go to Earth, kind of thing. So we don't know that either, do we? Was he sent because they knew he was He-Man, or was he sent because he was a prince?
Don't know. I'm thinking the gig is up and everybody knows who he is, or they're just going to do some kind of alternate take on the TV show.
Which is totally fine.
Maybe Prince Adam is coming from Earth. I don't know. Maybe there's been a change in the timeline, and instead of coming to Eternia, Randor decided to go to Earth with Marlena, and that's where they had Adam. Who knows? I don't know. I don't have a feeling of dread with this movie. I'm just
Not at
super curious.
all.
Yeah,
Not at all,
super duper
because
curious.
even if it's not screen accurate to toys, I own a few of those toys there. Yeah, I don't know if I would have Teela in a bodysuit where there's not much kind of left going. So I don't mind as long as it evokes and it has the themes, and this does. I mean, like Adam, like such a simple change to make it, but does that not scream Adam? The
It does.
pink
It's
shirt,
it's
the
the
white
purple
t-shirt,
purple
perfect.
pants. Yeah, the haircut.
It's perfect.
Yeah,
Like for me,
yeah.
it's just like this is how you do a film adaptation.
I
The other thing
think
about her, the actress, I can't remember her name because that's relatively new. I really dig her as
Camila
an
Mendes.
actor enjoying themselves, because she's been on interviews and saying how much fun she's having. She can't say much, but they're all having a blast. And again, that fills me full of hope, because generally, if you're having a good time on set, you're being creative, you're happy with your takes, things are on the right kind of thing.
For the
So this
record,
is
her
clearly
name
a
is for the record, her name is Camila Mendes.
Camila Mendes. I'm already a fan. I think you're
Yes.
amazing. I reckon you're gonna be an amazing Teela. And that picture you just showed there, clearly a chase scene on the street, I would say.
Yes, I
He's
would
trying
say
to
so.
hide from something. Yeah, definitely. So I would say this is from the first third of the film. Gotta love Adam's look there.
Nicholas Galanti. Oh gosh, I keep saying his name wrong. Gal Galatzine. I'm saying it wrong. I'm
Oh
sorry.
mate, if he can
Just
pull off this movie, he'll just be known as Saint Nick to me.
yeah, he'll be Saint Nick. The only one I'm worried about, and I know I keep coming back to this, is Jared Leto. Is the only one I'm worried about. I'm just
I
worried
think
he's going to do
because
a
he's a
lame.
hammy actor, it might work. Because he is a hammy actor, and Skeletor should have at least 10 to 20% ham in him, I think, to be
It's
that
fine.
gloriously evil Skeletor.
That's fine. Just like don't do the little whispery thing. Don't come out with like face tattoos or anything. And I'm just gonna
Sorry, we
hurt
just
you
watched
really bad. Ugh, no, I
just
don't.
watched the
I
Justice
can't.
League, didn't we, for the VHS fault? And that nightmare scene at the end, and even that, I was watching it going, "Oh boy,
He
oh
was
boy,
better
I'm
than he
glad."
was in Suicide Squad, though. You got to admit, it
Yeah.
was an improvement. It wasn't a great improvement, but it was an improvement. It was marked.
Uh,
I'm gonna give him a shot. You guys all know I am not what you would call a fan of
no,
Jared Leto, but I
no, he
am
has
going to
his
give him his fair
moments.
shake.
He has his moments. I liked him in Blade Runner,
I liked him.
2049.
I liked him in Fight Club, but just because he got punched repeatedly in that one scene.
No, but really, if he is doing the right thing by the character, we shouldn't even know it's Jared Leto, right? He should be under enough makeup. He should have his voice changed enough that really
Yes.
he's just playing out a childhood fantasy of his own, which I think is why he chose to be Skeletor. He was probably like the rest of us and had He-Man figures back in the day.
Yes. I don't want to
So
have
maybe
any
he
kind
wins
of
us over, maybe not. I
I
don't
don't want
think we
I don't want to have any common ground with Jared Leto. I don't want it.
You might have to. What was I going to say? I don't think we see anything significant trailer wise. Probably to Super Bowl 2026, I would say, is generally where they start dumping the mega trailers for the year.
I would say we're going to at least get a small teaser by the end of summer. They're
Oh,
gonna
that's maybe
yeah, and
Comic
it
Con.
maybe no maybe Comic-Con there may not be any like actual footage in it, or if there is
Yeah.
it'll be very brief. But yeah, I that's whenever I see it happening is it'll be a
Yeah.
Comic-Con reveal.
Well, look, so far, I mean, I don't know if the studio's annoyed at the set pictures being released or how they feel about it, but I would say let it keep happening. It's building good buzz
Yes,
because
and I'm sorry,
there's
go ahead.
nothing. I was just going to say it's building good buzz because there's nothing we've seen yet that we've both gone, oh, this is problematic.
Yes. There is a bit of interesting casting news that I literally just found out,
Oh, cool,
and
cool,
that
cool.
is that a young actor named Artie Wilkinson Hunt has been cast as young Prince Adam. I'm looking for information about this actor, and it looks like this is his one and only role. And I can't get
Wow.
any information about
Okay.
age or anything like that. Known for
Okay,
Masters of the
dude.
Universe, CB Strike, and Stonehouse. I've never heard of this kid before.
Well,
But
you know what it says to me, Jason? That answers something in the script, doesn't it? I
perhaps,
mean, we're probably leaning more towards him being booted, not because he was He-Man, but because he was a prince because he's young. Or
perhaps.
in this version of He-Man, even as a kid, could he Shazam this stuff? And even as a 10-year-old, he could become the full-size grown He-Man with the
Maybe so.
phrase.
I'm not going to upload the picture of him because we just don't have that kind of time. But I mean,
No.
he
A young
looks like a
Adam to
young
me.
Prince Adam, and
Oh,
he's
very young. Very young.
very young. So we're talking like 7, 8. I'm really bad at
Yeah.
estimating age. I'm very bad. People are out there. He's like 10. What's wrong with you?
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
like
know. I don't know.
37. He owns 3
My gosh.
houses.
Well,
What
I mean, the
dookie.
way that they usually cast, this kid probably is like 18 or 19. Now make sure you shave today. You're playing young Prince Adam. Okay.
Puts out
Battle
his
Cat has
cigar.
appropriately joined us. Hello, baby.
Oh, the Battle Cat, which you're the only Battle Cat I've seen so far that's live action.
My daughter had a college teacher, and she came home. She's like, "Daddy, my college teacher has a cat named Cringer and a cat named Battle Cat." And I'm just sitting there going, "Well, that's stupid. They're both the same. They're both the same creature. Tell him he's stupid. Should have named him Panther or something. At least get it right. Duplicat. I don't know."
College has got lots of problems. That seems like another one. Yeah. No, look, this is great news. I'm really digging everything we get. The more I look at her, even your hard fans would have to admit that she looks pretty darn close to what you would expect in a live action film. If we have a look at, we should have had a picture of Teela from 1987. You want to see the difference? We can show you the difference, couldn't we?
Yes, we could.
The character design for that and for this. I'm more interested in kind of personality she has. I expect her to be uber confident, basically the smartest person in the room, a seasoned warrior. I don't think they're attributes I should be reaching or praying that they don't screw up. I think they're fundamental to her. So as long as we get that, I'll be happy.
Yeah, I want the strong, confident leader. I want the person who well, I've said before, I don't think that He-Man and the Masters of the Universe really gets the credit that it's due for being as progressive as it is.
Oh,
Because I mean, Teela was not just
40
she wasn't
years
like, "Oh,
early.
look, here comes Teela. You're a woman, you can't go." No, she was captain of the guard. She was going to kick some butt. And there's her old costume. So, yeah, I don't think that this would have worked in live action, but they have taken enough elements from it to where it looks pretty
so.
good.
I don't think we need the horns around the breast.
No, and we don't need the little we don't need the tassel around the vajayjay either. I don't know
we
what that
don't
is
need
all about.
any of that. No, maybe the snow boots.
She's got
boots. She
boots.
looks great.
Yeah. She doesn't have the little cuff around her arm though, which is kind of disappointing, but that's okay.
That's okay. Yeah, we can't have
That's
absolutely everything. Though, is she closer to the 2002 version, perhaps? Because I've had this theory now is we're old Filmation fans, but we love all the other most of the other series, as we know. And I keep saying I think this is not just sourced from that era, but sourced from all the iterations of He-Man and Master Universe. I wouldn't be surprised to see costume design based upon the 2021 He-Man and Master of the Universe, like Spycore. No offense, but I'd make him look more like the 2021 version.
Yeah.
So give me that version. Don't you dare go anywhere near Stratos 2021. I'm scared.
I still don't remember him. I don't remember.
They've cast Kevin Hart as Stratos. And
I don't know why I keep thinking of the one from Revelations whenever you say that. Yeah, it was
I'm saying CGI. I should say CGI. Look, so far so good. So I thought what was interesting, I thought they're pretty close to tying this up that they've done most of the filming, which these might be just pickups. All photos from early on that someone's been holding on to until release, but yeah.
Perhaps so. There's the 2002 Teela.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, not much.
Honestly, I think it's way closer to the 1983 Teela.
Yeah, I agree with you. But more closer to the figure in a way with that chest plate, just the ridges, and that reminds me of that headpiece, that snake headpiece that she used to wear.
Yeah, that was a weird choice.
Well, it's just when they didn't know what they had. The most interesting thing I think about Master Universe, and we made a video where someone had, because I mentioned the two swords, and someone, you've got it confused with something else, because a lot of fans forget that with the original toys, there's Teela. See what I mean with the ridges on her, with the stake thing? I think there's a little close, to see where the lines are.
Look at that. She's got the ridges on her abs.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that attention to detail.
Yeah. Brilliant, isn't it? But a lot of people forget that, as you know, Jason, that initially Skeletor had half the power sword, He-Man had half the power sword. You join them together, boom, you could open up the key to. Well, that was the key to open up Castle Grayskull from the playset. But a lot of people forget there were at one point not just one power sword, but there were two ones, a purple one and a silver one.
Yes, there were, and you locked them together because they had the little tabs that you could lock them together. And as 100%. You said before, they kind of spread out at the end, and it was always annoying.
It was annoying.
It was super annoying. But and that was supposed to be the key to get inside.
Yeah. But look at that little attention detail. That's wonderful, isn't it? Going back to Teela.
It really is, yes.
That's awesome. Well, Jace, fantastic news as always. You're dropping the science about this new film. Let the others know if they've got any comments or any news that maybe they could send us a link to. Jace, how do they do it?
Well, I will get to that in just a moment, but first I have to make a correction. Because during our last news brief, I messed up. And I said something that was not true. And so now I'm here to fix that oversight. We were talking about the Masters of the Universe Thundercats mashup toys, and I said, take a look at this. This is the Panther toy. Is that not cool? He looks like he would eat your children and make you watch. Turns out that even though it was being reported as legitimate by several news outlets, this is a custom job, and I don't know who made it, but this is not the official figure, sadly, which is a shame because this looks amazing.
Yeah, so, hopefully it is the major inspiration for that figure when it does get designed. That was a lovely comment someone put, and it was nice about it. No one was being rude about it. Multiple sources report that same thing. Unfortunately, Jason didn't have time to get on a plane, fly out to that location, check the figure, validate its source. So we'll occasionally.
I did try.
Yeah, but we just
try. I went to the airport. They're like, "Sir, you have to have a ticket." I'm like, "But you don't understand. I have to check an action figure." I'm looking at a website right now that's still reporting that this is the actual toy.
They got it wrong,
and it's just
they got it wrong.
It's not.
Well, look,
whoever did this though did an amazing job.
They did, and I appreciate your honesty and integrity, which is the cornerstone of Power of Jayskull. We will make mistakes, but we will fix them and own up to them when it happens.
Yes, unless it makes me look too bad.
Then we'll just hide it and pretend it never happened, of course. But so those guys, so like I was saying before, Jace, how do the guys get involved with us?
Well, my goodness, if you would like more high integrity news and information about Master of the Universe. Yeah, anyway, look down below. There is oh my gosh, all that integrity just fried my brain. Look below in the video description. There is a link to our Patreon where you can support not only the Power of Jayskull, but also Jason Watches, the VHS Vault, the Jalapena, help me out, what else do we do? Breaking Wind.
Filmation Spotlight.
And whatever other silly junk that we do on this channel. If you have concerns about this movie, or you are really looking forward to it, of course, drop a comment, because we are always always happy to hear from our homies in the comments and our homettes. So yes, please do that. I'm
Excellent.
gonna go take a Tylenol.
All right. Well, guys, that has been another news episode of
The Power of Jayskull.